to another pickups video, but before we get into the goods from page 3 and from Gaming Co., 2 announcements. Number 1, you may notice a little bit of a surprise at the bottom right of the corner. Yes, I finally got a watermark for my videos. I wanted to add a personal touch to my videos, and I was thinking, what can I do for that? So I reached out to a great artist friend of mine. Shout out to Sin0555 for making the watermark for me. Man, I really appreciate it. I will link his YouTube channel into the description of this video. So we toyed around with a few concepts for the watermark, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold the phone. I'm a huge Legend of Dragoon fan, so can you do this? He's like, let me give it a shot, and he did, and it came out magnificent. And it's gonna be on every single video if I remember to do it, because I'm still in the process of trying to get used to it, and I'm not very good at editing. I try. Now, second announcement. I finally have merch. People have been asking me for the longest time to do something with merch, and I'm very picky. I want it to be something good quality, something that is near and dear to my heart, and with this new watermark, I'm like, this is perfect. I mean, it describes my love for Legend of Dragoon. It's me. I'm gonna let it drop. So I actually have merch for stickers, and I'm not gonna talk too much about that. I wanna actually show the sticker, you know, and give a little bit more concept about everything with that. And I did order a few, so that way I can actually show you what they look like. But they are live, so if you are interested in the stickers with the merch, I will link that in the description as well. But enough chat, enough chitter chatter. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get into the goods. First up, Gaming Co. Now I wanted to say this, I don't go game hunting a lot, every couple months. A few reasons why. Number 1, I live in bumfuck nowhere, so I have to drive a few hours just to get to a gaming store. And then number 2, I like to make sure that they have like a different rotation. So I give them a few months so that way they can get more stock in for video games, because I mainly look for PlayStation 1 games when I go game hunting. But as you can see, there's only one PlayStation 1 game here, and it's one I had never seen before. Now when I go game hunting, I look for a few things. Number 1, I try to find stuff that I normally don't see, which I've never seen this one in a retro store that I frequent. And then number 2, I try to get stuff on the lower end because there's still so many filler titles I do not have for PlayStation 1. And for those of you that are new here, hello. Basically, I'm going for a full complete NTSC set of PlayStation 1 games, and I'm currently standing at over 650, so I'm well on my way to that. I'm actually close to being halfway there. My goal is to hit 800 by the end of the year, but I'm slowly making my way up there. Anyway, so first up we have, what is this again? Oh, we have World Cup 98, a soccer game! I don't have many of those. I've been telling people for the longest time that I've been struggling to find FIFA titles, and I got this one for about, I want to say $10. It's in really pristine condition, and yes, it has already been cleaned. The sticker's been wiped away, so it's in really good shape, and I'll open it up and let you see it. Ah, there it is. This, funny enough, whoa, if that don't come out. Funny enough, I've actually been looking at this one online for the longest time. When I saw it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pick this up, because $10 for a soccer title or FIFA title, whatever, is a hell of a deal, because a lot of them can be expensive. I'm talking like $12, $15, $20, depending on which one it is. So that's the only PlayStation 1 game that I have from Gaming Co. Now, the big one, which I'll save for last. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Now, as I've said many times, I don't normally collect for PS3. That's for a friend of mine, because we do trades. I'll suck off of PS3 games, you know, and then he'll go through his collection because he's got so much stuff. It's crazy. And, you know, whenever I have enough, I'll be like, here you go. And this is a pretty good pile. I got a pretty good pile going in there anyway. And I normally try to find stuff that's kind of cheaper, because he's going for a full PlayStation 3 collection. So I got some PlayStation 3 games. First up, we have Surf's Up. I don't know what the fuck this is. And this was about $5. It's in really good shape. Let's open it up and take a look at that disc. It's in pristine shape. Pristine shape! Now, the good thing about Gaming Co. that I did want to mention, before you buy anything, they always let you inspect the disc, and you have to say it's okay looking before, you know, you get it. So that's one thing I like about Gaming Co. that they do. And then the next one we have is Resistance Fall of Man. I don't know what the fuck this is either. This one was about, I want to say, $5 for this one. Now, I already own this game. I'm a big fan of the Soul Calibur series, but I haven't played Soul Calibur in ages, and that is, I think this is Soul Calibur 4. Now, this one was actually priced at $3. Why $3? Well, there is some cosmetic damage to the actual case, You can see this little hole right there. I hope you can see where my finger's pointing. So that's why it was, you know, $3. Normally, whenever Gaming Co. has anything like cosmetically damaged, whether it be, you know, like little holes like this, or if there's writing or something on the art, or anything like that, they always label it as cosmetically damaged, or if it's complete unboxed, if it's just the case, whatever. I like the fact that they do label that on their labels. I should have left that on there to let you guys, but actually, well, there's a label right here, but it's not going to show, you know, what I'm talking about. But anyway, open it up. Looks great. And the disc is in really good shape too. $3, why not? And then we have Red Island Riptide Special Edition. There's that one. I think this one was about $3. And then now this one was only $1. Like I said, I'm going for budget titles because that's what I was told to look for, so I'm looking for it. And this is Saints Row, Get Out of Hell. Get Out of Hell? Get Out of Hell? I don't fucking know. That's what it says. $1. Now, this one's not complete in box, but they already knew that. They're okay with it, so that's good. Now, moving on to, if I can straighten this up. Moving on to the big one. Now, this was the most expensive thing I did buy at Gaming Co. Now, here's the thing. This has been sitting there for months, and I bought everything else. I bought the fishing reel, I bought the keyboard, but this little thing is still sitting there. It even has a little hang tag. What's that? I ain't making a cool noise. Never mind. It made cool noises earlier. But anyway, it's been sitting there for the longest time, and I'm like, I'll get it later, I'll get it later. And I'm finally like, you know what? I'm gonna get this because I don't have a mouse. I never owned a mouse for my Dreamcast, so I finally got it, and for $75 with the box. And dude, just wait till you see how this looks. It is it doesn't even look like it's ever been used. It actually looks a lot like my Dreamcast. All my Dreamcast is in very pristine shape. It doesn't have any of the yellowing or anything like that. I don't know why my controllers do, but my Dreamcast is minty. I got that in my early 20s. But anyway, I talked about that before, I believe, that I didn't have a Dreamcast growing up. I played one at a friend's house, and my first game was Power Stone. And so whenever I got older, I finally bought my own Dreamcast, and I have a couple games for it. I don't have a lot yet. You'll see, I think they're over there. Yeah, I actually bought some Dreamcast games from Page 3, but you'll see those in a minute. And look, you've got Play to Win. What the hell is this? I think this is a registration card. So there's that, and it even comes, it has a manual! And, oh, what I was talking about the actual, the sticker that they have. It says, yes, I paid $75 for this, dude. In this pristine condition, it's worth $75. It says, SDC controller, mouse, wire, complete in box. See how it says complete in box like that? That's what I'm talking about. Now, check this out. Get it out. Get it over! Yes, and that's all that's in there. The box is in great shape, too. Now, check this out. It still has a little thing here, but look at this, dude. Look at how minty that looks. And it even has like a covering. I don't know if that's supposed to come off or something, like that little tab or whatever. I guess it might. This looks like it's never even been used. It even has this on it, but it had to have been because it's been open before, but I don't know. But anyway, I've been going to Page 3 for many years. I always find great stuff at that location. Love that store. But let's dive into the pickups. And of course, I have a PS3 game, not for me, NHL 2011. And moving on to the big one for this haul is Eternal Darkness. Now, you're thinking, why did you buy this loose? Well, I have a few reasons. Number one, I had not seen this in stores anywhere, and I've been thinking about buying it anyway. And plus, for 80 bucks and in great shape, why not? Yeah, you can see the $80 price tag on there. I still haven't taken that off. I do have a little binder for GameCube games that I have. Literally, that's made by Nintendo that's over there if I ever get a loose disc. I actually got Animal Crossing loose last year until I found a case and manual for it, and now I plopped it in there and it's good to go. So I plan on doing it with this one. Now, here's the thing. Eternal Darkness can be very expensive, complete in box. So if I can't find the original case and manual, I will opt to get a reproduction case. Hey, like I said, there's nothing wrong with reproduction cases. I've learned not to be too picky, especially with how expensive some games can get. So definitely worth picking this up. And I did play it and it works fine. Now, moving on to the big stack, what you've all been waiting for, PlayStation. Now, first off, I don't have a lot of wrestling games. Yes, I said wrestling, not wrestling. Wrestling, that's how we say it in the South. Anyway. This is Hardcore ECW Revolution. So there's that one. I think I paid $12 for this, and it is complete in box. And here's what it looks like. Little show of that for you. And let's see here. And I've never seen that one before, so gotta pick it up. Now, this is the last Knockout Kings game that I needed, and that is Knockout Kings 2000. I got this one for about $4. And I've never seen this one before. Like I said at the beginning, I try to find stuff I've never seen before, and this is one of those that hit me. Now, I think I paid about 16 for this one, maybe 16 or 15, which is not bad. It's in really good shape. That is Robo Pit 2. I don't know what the hell this is. It looks like a fighting game, like a mecha fighter. Whenever I think of mecha fighters, I think of my favorite Dreamcast game. Well, one of my favorites is Techromancer, and I do own that one. Complete in box. That's probably the most expensive one I own besides Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Like I said, Dreamcast for another day. And let's take a look at the inside, and that's what it looks like. Great shape too. Now, I got another FIFA title! Woo! Like I said, FIFA's been a struggle. I saw all this, I'm like, I'm buying that. And I think I paid about $12 for this one. So that's FIFA 1998. I'm happy to finally have another FIFA game in my collection. This one is mint. So very happy to add that one. Now, like I mentioned before, I am going for a full Dreamcast set too for NTSC, but I've been collecting loosely for that. So if I see something under 10 bucks, I'll pick it up if I don't have it. And of course, I found 2 games for my Dreamcast collection. It's been a while since I bought for Dreamcast. Wait, Lukey Games was the last time I bought something for Dreamcast. But as far as in store, it's been a minute. So this is NFL Quarterback Club 2000. I paid about $4 for that one. And this one is Sega Sports NHL 2K. So I'm very happy to add this to my collection. Like I said, Dreamcast doesn't get enough love. I may love PlayStation, but I'm also a huge fan of the Dreamcast. Now, there is one more stop I did make. I didn't get footage of that, sadly, but I did save the best for last. The last stop on my game hunting journey is where else? Goodwill! Now, I didn't have any film of that, and I'll explain why. This Goodwill, I never find anything. When I go in there, I look around and I can leave in like 10 to 5 minutes. But this time, something did catch my eye, and it was at the front. So why didn't I film? Well, all the games were in the front and they were in a glass case. Now, normally with glass cases, the employee has to unlock it, so they're gonna be right there with you while you go through stuff. And I saw this huge ass stack of games, loose discs. Now, none of these games have boxes or art or manuals. It was just all loose. And at the top, I saw it was $9.99. I'm like, okay, 10 bucks. Is it going to be like that per disc? And it was. Funny enough, though, they had not just PS2, but PS1 games in there. I'm like, holy shit balls, mother loads. So I was like, oh, look, it's on my side today. So I'm going through the games. I see stuff, I already have, like a Bug's Life, Spider-Man for PlayStation 1. I have all this stuff, and some of the stuff is, scratched up. So I'm like, I don't really want to get extras of this stuff because I don't need it, and I don't want to go through all the hassle trying to find a case for something that I already have. But they also had stuff for PS2. They had Radiator Stories, I already own that. They had Xenosaga Episode 1, which I own that. The only one I'm missing to that is 3, and that's the most expensive one. Now, if I saw that, you damn well know I'm going to get that for $10. Hell yeah! But I did manage to get 2 games for my collection. Now, the first one is for PlayStation 1, and like I said, everything in those piles was $9.99 a piece, and that would be Grand Theft Auto 2. Now, I didn't have any of the Grand Theft Auto games for PlayStation 1, and I think complete in box, this is around maybe $25, so for $10 loose, of course I'm gonna get it. And that's the thing. If you go to Goodwill and you see something loose, even if it is scratched all to hell, that's what resurfacing is for. You can get stuff resurfaced, from $2 to $5 depending on where you are. For me, it's only gonna cost $2. Yeah, I'm gonna have to travel out of the way just to get it done, but hell, $10, I'm taking that chance because why not? Now, the one that caused a whole shitstorm, the one that are like, no way, it's not gonna work. Well, it damn well fucking does work, because I tested it and played it for a few hours the other day, and I was so excited to get it because I'm a huge DBZ fan, and that is gonna be Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Man, this game alone, loose, is worth about $130. Complete in box, it can clock in over $200 per price charting. And when I saw that, I'm like, no way. I blinked, I'm like, what? I didn't have this one in my collection. I have, Budokai Tenkaichi 2, which is my favorite one, but I didn't have this one anymore. So for $10. I'm like, you damn well better know I'm gonna get this. And like I said, again, resurfacing is a thing. It doesn't cost that much. And plus, PS2 games are pretty built. Now, if it's a blue disc, then yeah, you're gonna need to worry a little bit because they're very, very finicky, but this is not a damn blue disc. And this thing works like a fucking dream. So this was the most epic score of the year for me so far, and I'm very happy to add this to my collection. Now, I did order a case for this one with the box art. Yes, it is a reproduction case because like I said, this game is fucking expensive. I was trying to actually find the original case and manual. People want like $50 for the manual or $90 for the case. I'm like, I'm not shitting gold, man. So I opted for a reproduction case until I can, you know, hopefully come across a case and manual for a fairly decent price because I'm not fucking paying no $90 for a case. Hell no, I'm not. But that is all the pickups that I have for you this time, my friends. Until next time, this is the PlayStation Girl signing out. Game on!